Good day to everyone. Let's continue with the lesson Grassland children. Please get ready with your text on page 235. 235 and the next topic is life of the people, how people live in the grasslands. Although most of the work such as plowing, sowing, threshing and harvesting is done with machines, life on these huge farms is very difficult because of the harsh climate. On every farm, there are small homesteads where the farmers and their families live. Laborers who work on the farm also live near the homestead. In the hilly west, farmers have huge ranches where they maintain cattle and sheep. Meat and dairy products are sent to other parts of the country for processing. Chicago is an important meat processing center. After processing, much of the meat and dairy products are exported to European markets. Although most of the work such as plowing, sowing, threshing and harvesting is done with machines, life on these huge farms is very difficult because of the harsh climate. On every farm, there are small homesteads where the farmers and their families live. Laborers who work on the farm also live near the homestead. In the hilly west, farmers have huge ranches where they maintain cattle and sheep. Meat and dairy products are sent to other parts of the country for processing. Chicago is an important meat processing center. After processing, much of the meat and dairy products are exported to European markets. So here, the people live in big farms called ranches, but living conditions are very difficult just because of the extreme climate. Now all the work that is like plowing the field, sowing the crop, seeds, harvesting the crop, threshing the crop and even packing, everything is done by machines and very little work is done by the people. But on every farm you will find there are small homesteads, that means for small cottages built for the farmers and their families, and of course other people who work on the field or the farm. And in the hilly west, the farmers, they have huge ranches or big farms where they have a lot of cow and sheep and goat, and meat is also taken there, and dairy products like butter, cheese, milk, a lot of dairy products and meat is got from these farms, which are processed in different places. And Chicago is an important meat processing center, and after processing the meat, much of it is exported to other countries across the world and especially to the European markets. With this we come to the end of this lesson. Let's go on to the exercises on the next page. Page 236. Exercises. Tick the correct answers. 1. The main crop grown in the northern prairies is wheat. That is why it is known as the wheat basket of the world. 2. An important meat processing center is Chicago. 3. The prairies have hot summers and cold winters. That's why I told you they are very harsh climates. 4. The prairies are situated in the temperate zone. 5. Cotton is grown in the southern prairies. Next one, B. Write T for the true statements and F for the false statements. 1. Grasslands have a temperate climate. True. 2. In the earlier days, elephants roamed around the prairies. False. It was bisons. 3. Most of the work on the farm in the prairie is done by hand. No, it is all done by machines, so it is false. 4. The prairies are watered by the Mississippi River and its tributaries. True. 5. The prairies of North America are called the rice basket of the world. No, they are called the wheat basket of the world, so it is false. Next one is match the following. 1. North America is known as prairies. 2. South America, pampas. 3. South Africa, wells. 4. Australia, downs, and Russia, steppe. Next one, answer the following questions. What are grasslands? Now grasslands are wide or low areas where there is a lot of grass grown in abundance. It grows in abundance, but there are no big trees found. And it is the main vegetation of that area. 2. What are the latitudes between which the temperate grasslands lie? It lies between 23.5 degrees north and 66.5 degrees north, 23.5 degrees south and 66.5 degrees south. Next one. What are the grasslands of North America called? They are called the prairies. 4. Where are the prairies situated? They are situated in the central part of USA, west of the Mississippi to foothills of the Rocky Mountains. 5. Why have the bisons disappeared from the prairies? Because they have been hunted by humans. Humans started killing the bisons, and so they were getting extinct from the prairies. Describe the life of the people in the prairies. They have a very difficult life because of the severe climate. Now they live in farms, and every farm has a homestead. That is a small cottage or a small house for the people, and also quarters for the workers on the farm. And some places have big ranches, that means big farms where a lot of cattle is kept for meat and poultry is kept for meat and eggs. In short to say, the life of the people in the prairies is a bit difficult because of the extreme weather conditions. Life skills. Is it advantage to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides in agricultural farm? Discuss the pros and cons with your friends. It is not advantageous. Of course, if you use fertilizer, you get a good crop. But then the fertilizer has a lot of chemicals which is not good for human consumption. And same way, insecticides kill insect. Why? Because it has some sort of poisonous chemical in them which is able to kill another living being. So when the insecticide is able to kill an insect, naturally the after effect of that insecticide will be in the fruit, and if we consume that fruit, we are bound to fall sick or have some sort of disease. So it is advisable not to use fertilizers for making a rich crop or to use insecticides to kill the insects. You can use the normal methods to keep away insects by spraying some ash or putting cow dung, things like that. Normal ways, instead of going to the modern ways of spraying insecticides so that the insects are killed. Because killing insects is good, but the after effects will be there in the plant that will cause diseases for many who eat the vegetables or fruits of that particular plant. Values for life. Why is life on a prairie farm difficult? Since the farms are huge and there is scarcity of people, discuss the importance of teamwork in such conditions. Now life on a prairie is difficult because of the severe weather conditions. And sometimes there are big farms, but the manpower is less. That means the number of people who work on these farms are less. So there you need to cooperate with each other and work together so that the workload is shared by one and all, and not only just putting some people to do all the work and some having a very gala time. No, the whole work should be made to be done equally by all the people in that farm or ranch. That's for there. Now let's go to the next page, 238, thoughts. Fill the blanks with the words given below. Now you have a box there with the words insects, shark, squirrels, food, brown, pie, vegetarians. Now you have to use those words and complete the paragraph. Prairie dogs. Now remember, prairie dogs are not dogs, they are squirrels. Are squirrels. Scientists have found 5 types of prairie dogs on Earth. Prairie dogs are small and weigh up to 2 kilograms. They have broad heads, chubby bodies, short legs and sharp claws. They have short, coarse hairs in different shades of brown ranging from yellowish to reddish. Prairie dogs are usually active during the day. They spend many of their waking hours searching for food. Mostly they are vegetarians. They eat a lot of plant matter such as grasses, weeds, roots and flowers. They sometimes eat insects too. So remember, prairie dog is not a dog, it is a type of squirrel. With that we come to the end of this lesson. So your homework will be to do A, B, C and D in the notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.